Hello, my name's Jason and welcome to another episode of me painting. Today we have a 18 by 14 canvas up and I've covered it with some black gesso and I left that to dry, and if you want to know how to apply black gesso then there's a video here which will show you how. And then what I did after it dries, I put on some liquid clear. If you want to know how to put on liquid clear, there's a video here and it's also in the description for both of those videos. And let's get started. We'll use a 1-inch brush for the highlights. But what I've done, I should say again, I put some colour on this as well with some, I put in some Phthalo Blue and Alizarin Crimson, and I just crisscross strokes all the way across the canvas. And once you've got up to this stage, that's the hard bit done. It gets easy now. It's fun. So using a 1-inch brush, I'm going to just pick up a little bit of titanium white. Not too much. Okay. Now, we've got a first decision to make, is where is our light source? Now, I want it to be sort of here. So just using these little crisscross strokes, we can create some light back here. And see, it's picking up the colours we've already put on, the crimson, the blue, and we can take that out as far as we want, maybe only to there, and then underneath, let's throw in the water. Underneath we've got some water, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull down, and I put a little bit more Phthalo Blue in here. You can see it's picking that up. Pull down, just pulling straight down. This will be where our water is. Now you can use any transparent colour or semi-transparent colour in this, so you can create the effect that you desire. Okay, now using a big old 2-inch brush, I'm just going to pull this water down. Just works a little bit better than the 1-inch, and then go straight across, and then I might just soften the edges on this as well. There we go. Right then, let's get painting. Get some Phthalo Blue and Alizarin Crimson. Let's make a dark colour. Let's just pick that up with a brush. You can pick it up with a knife if you like. Just want to make a dark colour. And we'll start putting in the indication of some trees back here using this dark. So maybe the trees, they start here. And we'll just use the corner of the brush. We'll start putting them in. Here as well, and some of the light is still shining through, so this is a good way to create that effect. Okay, something like that. And then we can grab a little bit of white. Some of this white, and grab some crimson just to give it a pinkish look. Just push into that colour. Still using the dirty brush. And then I can always highlight a few of these. Let's make it a bit whiter so we can see it. Just push into that. Just a little lighter. There, we can see that there. Hope you can see that well on the camera. Just so there's a bit of light. You don't have to do it as bright as this, so I just want you to be able to see it. You can do it very close to the colours. It's up to you really. Depends what effect you want. Okay. Something like that. And then what we can do is now we can start moving over to like the greens. So let's get some bit of Sap Green, Vandyke Brown, a bit of Midnight Black. Midnight Black, Sap Green, Vandyke Brown on the 1-inch brush. And then I can start putting in some darker areas that sort of go in front of that. Wherever. A lot of the dark is already done for us because of the black gesso, so makes it easier for us. And something else I've almost forgotten to do in my excitement of painting. I always do that. I rush into the painting and I forget little things. I'm like, oh, I've got to put that in. So I'm just got some paint thinner, got a little bit of that dark colour on the liner, spinning my bristles so your paint's thin as ink. Then what I'm going to do is put in a few little tree trunks in here, little branches, add a little bit of detail, wherever you like. It's up to you, maybe there's a few there, just makes it look a little bit better. You can either do it down like this, or you can do it up like that. It's up to you. They both work. Something like that, just a few indications in there. Then go back to our, let's get another 1-inch. You've got a few brushes going on here, so I don't have to keep cleaning them. So I can show you how to do a painting rather than spend time cleaning brushes all the way through. I tend to be a bit lazy actually. When I started painting, I bought a load of brushes so I could carry on painting, and then I'd do my cleaning of the brushes at the end. But you can get away with just like 2 of each. So you have one brush for your lights and one for your darks, and then you're not always cleaning your single brush, which I used to have to do that at one stage. I had like one of each brush, and I was there cleaning that one brush all the time. And I wanted to be painting my masterpiece. I want to be spending it always cleaning brushes. So I'm just picking out areas where I feel like there should be some highlights. Just got a little bit of yellow ochre, Indian yellow, and just give it a little push, get rid of paint. And I'm just thinking about all the separate little branches that are out here. Just sort of highlight them wherever you like. And I'm thinking the light's coming out like that. You sort of play with the colours, change it up a little bit. Think about all the little individual branches that are hanging down. Just sort of using the corner, just the corner of the brush. Leaving some darks in there. Now I'm going to put some branches in again. You can do the branches before or after. It's up to you. Some people find it easier to put them in first so they know where to put their leaves and things. Some people prefer to do them afterwards, so they know where to put their branches. Maybe there's one there. Let's get a bit of white so you can see it. It's really up to you though. Oops. Just want to get some of the darker green, so I can send that in a little bit. Didn't want it to be that big. That can go in as well. Just sort of sends it into the painting. Right, now then, let's get some sort of a grassy bank there. Just so we know where the water finishes. And then we can have this hill sort of that goes here. Okay, something like that. And got a nice steep hill here as well. Sort of goes along there. And then there's a little bridge that comes along here. So let's see if we can put a little bridge in. Just goes across this water. Maybe so the water sort of flows around the bridge. So just there. Let's have a go. Let's use a big knife, make it easier on myself. So I've got some Vandyke Brown and just cut across, get a little roll of paint, Now let's imagine our bridge is behind here. So it's going to go across there, and it's going to go like there. Just thinking about where the bridge's base is. I'm thinking about a bridge that I know. Makes it easier that way. It sort of goes across there. Something like that. And cut across a roll of paint and put in some rails. That one there, one there, one there, one there, something like that. And then let's go on the top. Like that. Okay, I'm sort of doing a fence in a way. Let's get it all like this, like that. And then there's some of these in the water. That holds it up. What about there? Another one like that. and then I can put a little bit of that in the water as well. I'll distort this in a minute. I just want a little bit of it in the water. Okay, and so it goes here. And I want to get some highlight, some of the white and with the brown. And just give that a little highlight on the top. And a little bit there. And then the water kind of needs to flow back a little bit. So what you do is you get the water there. So I want some more dark here, because we've got a tree that sort of goes in front like that. Okay. Bit more of the light colour. I'm going to grab some of this purpley colour, mix that in with the brown. So I'm going to have some of that on there. And then sort of on the edges as well. Okay. Now then, let's get some of our dark in there. That should be good. Should be like that. And then we can start putting our little trees and things around it. I'll just pull this brown into the water there. Go across, and then we can start adding I'd like a little bit of darkness there as well, just where the bridge is casting a bit of a shadow. And now with a fan brush, pick up some white, like this bluey white, get a bit of crimson in it. Start moving this water around. So it comes through there. Sort of along there. Enough. Okay, now then let's, there's an area here that's grassy, that sort of comes up like that. Let's put that in. Sort of grassy there. And then it goes flat down here. Okay, and then over the other side, a bit of a grassy bit there. And using the corner of the brush, oh we got it, we can put in some little highlights where the bushes and stuff are. There as well. Let's grab the 2-inch, it's a bit easier. Okay. Sends that back a little bit. Now let's use this brush, and then let's put in, use the fan brush. Let's get some of this dark black and brown. Let's put in a tree that lives right there. Loads of colour, loads of paint on the brush. And there's a branch that goes like that, and another branch, maybe it goes like this, and go off there. Tree there, and you can start putting in some branches on that with the liner brush. And start wherever you want, little branches. Something like that. While we're at it, maybe there's a few more branches back here. Maybe in that dark bit there, there's a bit of a branch. Who knows? And now then, let's get some. Let's use the little knife. Let's get some of this white. Let's use this purpley colour as well. Pull it out very flat. Cut across. A little roll of paint. And the tree, I'm going to use very light pressure. Very light pressure. I'm going to highlight it. It's a silver birch. Well, it is now. I live in an area where there's a lot of silver birches. So I'm always having a look at them, seeing what they're like. And there, the white on there. I'm just using very light pressure, very light pressure. The small knife works really well for this, because you get a little bit of control. Okay, and I'll just put a few little leaves on that. Just grab some of this Cad Yellow with a 2-inch. I'll just sort of put a few that sort of drop down like that. Okay, that'll do for that. And got our shadow area. And finish grassy area. Let's get some more grass. Keeping this quite soft. The more you tap, the softer it gets. And let's grab a fan brush. Let's grab some of this blue and white. Blue and white. Let's clean up the water. Let's put some water. Goes off there. The indication of where the water and the land is. using a clean dry brush. Just going to soften that a little bit. Just soften it. And maybe a little bit of a bush there at the base of that tree. A bushy there. Maybe we'll call this one finished. Let's call this one done. I'll just get some paint thinner, some bright red, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was another fun one to do, something to practice. Add a silver birch into your painting. Just do a little GB and a little bird for the masters. Okay, thanks so much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.